Good evening, race fans. Welcome to the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway, where tonight the Rivalz Elite Pro Series competes in round 20 of 20. Here from the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway, heat race number 1 is on the racetrack. Let's tell you how they're going to line up here as they get ready to take the green flag. Brendan Lacey, Larry Moody make up row number 1. Troy Wagaman here in heat race number 1 as well. Josh Steinke, Adam Buchanan, Francis Major, Chad Cote, Shane Pierce. 8 cars, 8 laps the distance. Top 4 have been inverted. Top 4 go to the A main. Green lights are on here with heat race number 1 from the dirt track at Charlotte. Down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4 they go, and we're watching Larry Moody here right now holding on to that 4th and final transfer spot, but here comes Adam Buchanan. They make contact in turn number 2. I thought Buchanan might have had the position there. I'm not sure what happened, but in any way, they did make a little bit of contact. Moody upside down. Buchanan has the 4 spot as they work off of turn number 2. Now the battle's on for 2nd. And that is a good one there. Coming off of the corner, Josh Steinke going after Troy Wagaman in the 19. Steinke, I believe, making a rare appearance here with the Rivalz Elite Pro Series. Likely a transfer in from the Gauntlet Series earlier tonight. Steinke holding on to that 3rd spot. The Ultimate Dirt TV, sponsored number 80, works it down the back straightaway, but we're going to take a look here at Brendan Lacey. Lacey coming around this time to take the popsicle stick signal this time. 2 to go for Brendan Lacey out of Bixby, Oklahoma. Lacey right up against the barrier. They're off of turn number 2 as he is working the extreme outside lane coming off of turn 4. White flag is out, presented by 3-9 Productions, and it is Brendan Lacey in car number 97 out of Bixby, Oklahoma. The Radine Racing, Sim Racing Concepts, number 97, challenge for the lead at the line, but Lacey will hold on. Lacey gets the win in the 97. Troy Wagaman took a swipe at him there at the finish line, but could not get by. As Lacey gets the win, 2nd across the line there was Wagaman. Josh Steinke 3rd. Adam Buchanan rounds up 4 qualifiers. Everybody else will have to go to tonight's alphabet soup. Heat race number 2 getting ready to line up here. Let's tell you how they're going to go. Jason Nygaard out of Team Alex Bergeron Racing will start in position number 1. He'll start on the pole alongside Kevin Hanley in car number 110, one of our independent drivers here with the Rivalz Elite Pro Series. Garrett Pepe at car number 47 will start in position number 3. Had a heartbreaker last night, was running 2nd with the G-Force Racing League Renegades division when he ran out of gas late in that event. He'll start alongside the big dog Ryan Beagle out of Victoria, Ontario, Canada in car number 84. Jason Minette in car number 21 is going to start alongside Trevor Graveau in the 110. Trevor Graveau is going to show up on your screen there as number 19 tonight. Assign that number from iRacing. And your final row tonight out of Brewerton, New York, the Rivalz Racing League number 51. That is Jeffrey Barker out of Brewerton, New York, driver out of Central New York. Starting alongside another driver out of the Central New York area, Bobby Sweeney out of Oswego, New York. The DirtTrackDigest.com, number 81. So, getting ready to go green flag racing, this time off of turn number 4. 8 cars, 8 laps is the distance here tonight. And we are off and racing to turn number 1. It's Jason Nygaard taking that early lead. Nygaard with the top spot as they come down to... Oh, look out! Pepian and Beagle make contact. Beagle goes around. And it looked like Pepian just shut the door on him coming off of turn 4. Beagle looked like he had position. As you watch Nygaard down the back straightaway, leads him into turn number 3, and now here comes Kevin Hanley, trying to start down on the bottom side of the racetrack and drift out to the high side. Could not make it work that time. He'll try and build some momentum up here once again. You can see that after Hanley took that shot there, he really lost a lot of momentum in there. That worked out pretty good, but he certainly didn't gain any ground there. It is so hard as Nygaard's going to push the cushion all race long here, trying to hold on to that top spot. If they're going to drive by him, they're going to have to drive by him on the low side. Nygaard in the double deuce, driving for Team Alex Bergeron Racing. These TSI shocks, next gen fab, sponsor number 22. He's had a great season here with the Rivalz Elite Pro Series. His teammate Alex Bergeron has had a dominant season here with the Rivalz Elite Pro Series, trying to take his lion's share of the over $10,000 on the line in the point fund here. Again, tonight is championship night, round 20 of 20. White flag is out for Jason Nygaard. He's going to bring it off of turn 4. This time to see the checkered flag, and it is Nygaard. Nygaard gets the win. Hanley in there for 2. Trevor Gerbeau finishes 3, and Jason Minat picks up 1 spot to get himself into the big show tonight. He started 5th. He will finish 4th. So there you have it. 2 big heat races in the books already. We've got 2 more coming at you. We want to welcome you joining us here on the Rivalz Racing League Facebook page. I want you to do me a favor. If you're watching on the Rivalz Racing League Facebook page, go ahead and hit that share button. And share this out to all your friends to let them know that we've got a great race going on here tonight from the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And while you're at it, go ahead and throw in the comment section where you're watching from and who you're pulling for here tonight in the championship round of the Rivalz Elite Pro Series. So city, state, or Canadian province, if you're watching us from north of the border. And I'm going to do the same here. Live 360 sprint car racing from the virtual dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So if you're out there watching the coverage, do the same. Share this out there. Let all your racing buddies know that we've got some great racing action here and a great produced show. I see Dean Reynolds is watching with us here tonight. Dean Reynolds is, of course, representing the Super Dirt Car Series and the Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints. He's always tuned into what we got going on here with the Rivalz Racing League. So let's get into this lineup here for heat race number 3, going away from the pole position in car number 16 out of Cedro Willie, Washington, the All-In Construction and Landscaping number 16, that's Jack Clevenger. Starting alongside the driver out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, who seemingly had a victory in his back pocket last night until the fuel cell went dry. Kevin Lovey's going to start on the outside of the front row in car number 18, the Glenn Stiers Racing Oshweekend Speedway Racehorse sponsored ride. Donovan Ross out of Burlington, Washington, going to make up row number 2 with Brandon Schultz, last night's winner at the Knoxville Raceway, with the G-Force Racing League Renegades. Green flag is out. Stephen Goldner, Jeff Floro, Chris Steele, Ryan Curtis make up the remainder of the field here. 8 cars, 8 laps the distance. Top 4 will transfer to the A main. The top 4 cars have been inverted, and that makes Brandon Schultz your fast time trialer up this group. And look at Devo with a big slider over there in turn number 2. That time he caught the concrete on the outside of the track, though. Lovey's with a slider of his own, and Lovey's goes to shut the door in turn 1. Oh, baby. Getting heated here in heat race number 3, and all the while, Brandon Schultz says, "Excuse me, boys, coming through." Lovey's with another big slider. And Donovan Ross going to lose a couple of spots here, and he's got to be careful because here comes Stephen Goldner for the transfer spot. As this, oh, look out, that's not going to work. Goldner turns left and goes all the way down to the bottom. Now him and Lovey's will battle off turn 2. They make a little bit of contact. We stay green. What a race here in heat race number 3. All alone out front is Jack Clevenger. He says, you know what, boys, you go ahead and battle. I'm going to drive away with this one, as he is 1.2, now making it 1.1 seconds the advantage over Brandon Schultz. And if you were watching the coverage last night, Brandon Schultz, when I asked him, I said, what do you think about the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway? He laughed and said, we like that place a lot. He's got himself in a qualified spot now. White flag is out. Presented by 3-9 Productions, and it is for the driver out of Cedro, Willie Washington. The All-In Construction and Landscaping number 78. That is Jack Clevenger, winner of heat race number 3. So Clevenger pulls down the win. He'll be followed across the line by Brandon Schultz in the 193. So Schultz out of St. Paul, Minnesota, is going to put it in the show. Kevin Loveys puts it in the show, as well as Stephen Goldner in car number 30 out of Aylmer, Ontario, Canada, the Stephen Goldner Racing Ride. Heat race number 4 going to line up as we are boogieing right through this night here. Championship night, round number 20, final night of the Rivalz Elite Pro Series here for the 2020 race season. And it has been an absolute thrill and a pleasure to bring you live coverage here all season long on G-Force TV. Heat race number 4 rolling out onto the racetrack. We'll give you the starting lineup here. Going away from the pole in car number 23 tonight is going to be Alan Downey out of Waterloo, Ontario, the Team Insta installation ride. Starting to his outside. In car number 91 is going to be Ernie Williams Jr. Ernie Williams Jr. out of Lima, Ohio, the Tim Smith Racing Simulators, Diamond Motorsports Ultimate Dirt TV number 91. David Flick in the No Crybabies Allowed Special, 56 out of Livingston, Montana. We'll take it away from position number 3, starting alongside Cody Hartloff out of Hanover, Pennsylvania, the Glenn Stiers Racing Ride. Dakota Kuhn in car number 95 out of Mount Holly Springs, Pennsylvania, driving for Team Enrium Dynamics. We'll start 5th, starting alongside the number 52 of Jesse Costa out of St. Thomas, Ontario, the Victory Game sponsored ride. And out back on the field, all in his lonesome, starting in position number 7, out of Cambridge, Ontario, Team Insta Installation. Number 35 is Connor Ross. We are green down the back straightaway here with our 4th and final heat race of the night. Ernie Williams Jr. making moves early here. Pulls a slider in turn number 4, and he's going to take over the top spot. So Ernie Williams, who has been very, very strong this season with the Rivalz Elite Pro Series, has got a win to his credit, but boy, there's so many of those nights that he was so close and just couldn't pull it out throughout this season. He's been one of the more consistent drivers, but he's also been one of the drivers that has had to work he has struggled with qualifying, struggled with heat races, gotten involved in incidents. Ernie Williams Jr., more than anybody on this series, has had to claw his way through the alphabet soup. I can't tell you how many times Williams has come from the C and the D main all the way to a podium finish by the time the night's over. Right now he's leading, and it doesn't look like he's going to have to go through any alphabet soup here tonight. Williams comes down to put lap number 5 on the board, 5 in and 3 to go. And right now he has got that Diamond Motorsports number 91 just a humming. We've got a battle for the transfer spot. Dr. Alan Downey trying to hold on to the spot. He is getting a challenge here, though. Getting a challenge here from Dakota Kuhn. As, look out, Kuhn got to grab the brakes there off of turn number 4. White flag is out, presented by 3-9 Productions. Can Dakota Kuhn hold on? We'll find out. Ernie Williams Jr. coming across the line to pick up the win. Cody Hartloff is second. Third is going to be David Flick, and Alan Downey will take that 4th and final transfer spot. here out of your fourth heat race. So Ernie Williams, Cody Hartlob, David Flick, and Alan Downey will round out your top 4 qualifiers here out of heat race number 4. So that'll bring us up to our first race of Alphabet Soup. First race of the Alphabet Soup tonight brought to you by GeForce TV. Go to youtube.com/GeForce TV and hit that subscribe button. Right now, live on GeForce TV, you've got the Race Rivals Race Chat Show with Adam Ross and Clinton Jeffrey going on right now, produced by Spencer Mullen. They will be bringing coverage to us here for tonight's A-Main. So if you're watching here tonight, after our show's complete, head on over to GeForce TV YouTube page and check out the rebroadcast of tonight's Race Rivals Race Chat show, as we've got 52 people watching live here. Again, we always ask folks to give us your comments. Comment here in the comment box. Let us know where you're watching from. I want to know where all 50 of these people are watching from that we've got live in the Facebook video right now. So go on, put them on in there, where you're from, city, state, province. I see a couple of people I know already. Erica from St. Paul, Minnesota. Dean coming to us from Syracuse, New York. I want to know where everybody else is from. All right, C-Main on the racetrack. 7 cars, only 4 of them are going to go to the B. We will go 10 laps. Chad Cote, Jeffrey Barker, Ryan Curtis, Jesse Costa, Larry Moody, Ryan Beagle, Jeff Floro making up the field here. Green lights are on. We'll go 10 laps here at the dirt track at Charlotte. We'll find out who's going to the B main. And it's the Pink Flyer rim riding around the top side out of Welland, Ontario, Canada. And he will hold on to that spot off of turn number 4. Cote with the lead. And Chad Cote driving for a new team here tonight. I think this is the first start. No, I take that back. He's made a few starts here with us with the Rivalz Elite Pro Series. But now driving for the American Dirt Motorsports team. Oh, we got contact in turn 1 between Barker and Jesse Costa. Barker goes around. And now we got a battle up front for the top spot, as you've got the 33 of Ryan Curtis going after Chad Cote for position. Curtis in that Valvoline sponsored number 33. Takes it through the middle of the racetrack, trying to get a run. Couldn't make it happen. Cote was perfect on the outside. Oh, look how Curtis is in the wall, and there goes Larry Moody. Moody will take over the 2 spot up at turn number 2. So Larry Moody aboard the 73, driver out of St. Louis, Missouri. Holding on to that second spot as Curtis holds on to 3, and right now Ryan Beagle, your top 4. Those drivers would go to the B main as they ride right now. Chad Cote across the line in the full velocity racing net. Whoa, look out! The big dog was coming with a full head of steam. Had to back off the gas just a little bit, as he didn't have enough room to clear him off the corner. 4 laps to go there. Now 3 laps to go for your race leader, Chad Cote. So Cote doing a hell of a job out front here in car number 11. And now look at this battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Beagle down to the inside of the racetrack. No surprise there. But Chad Cote's coming down to the white flag. White flag is out, presented by 39 Productions. And it is for car number 11 out of Welland, Ontario, Canada, the American Dirt Motorsports, Dirt Company Media, Ram Designs, FVRN number 11, Chad Cote. The Pink Flyer takes the win here in tonight's C-Main. He will transfer to the B with Larry Moody, Ryan Curtis, and Ryan Beagle. So your top 4 cars all within a second of each other there at the checkered flag. So I see we've got some folks checking in here. Dean Reynolds checking in with us. And I think, Dean, it's going to be a good night for racing. We've even got Leanne checking in from Penn Yan, New York. That's home of 39 Productions headquarters in Penn Yan. It's always a good night when Mom's tuning in. And you got Bradley checking in from Thomasville, Pennsylvania. Bradley, welcome to the coverage here tonight. We've got a couple of drivers from out of Pennsylvania that are competing here with us tonight. I'm sure he's rooting all of them on. And I think we've got a couple of them here in tonight's B main. So let's give you the starting lineup here. Francis Major going to take it away from the pole position in car number 2. Erica checking in, rooting for Brandon Schultz. She's out of St. Paul, Minnesota. Starting alongside him, the Michigan Madman, Garrett Papiet aboard car number 47. Row 2 to the inside is going to be Chris Steele out of St. Catharines, Ontario. Starting to his outside out of Mount Holly Springs, Pennsylvania, that is Dakota Kuhn in car number 95, the Team Enriam Dynamics sponsored machine. Row 3 to the inside will be Shane Pierce in car number 88 out of Waynfleet, Ontario. Starting alongside Bobby Sweeney out of Oswego, New York, the DirtTrackDigest.com, number 81. Donovan Ross out of Burlington, Washington, the Devo Transport Redeem Racing sponsored number 5, starting alongside the Insta Installation sponsored number 35 of the youngster, Connor Ross out of Cambridge, Ontario, Canada. Chad Cote out of Welland, Ontario will start in position number 9. He'll start alongside Larry Moody out of St. Louis, Missouri. Ryan Curtis and Ryan Beagle will make up your 12 starters here for tonight's B main. 12 cars will start, only 8 will go to the big show. It's their last chance to make the big dance. Green lights are on for tonight's B main. Oh, look out! Francis Majors up into the fence here right off the drop of the green flag. Now collects the 84 of Ryan Beagle. Beagle's going to have to hit the hammer as they've only got 11 more laps to get it done, and Beagle's just spotted the field half the straightaway, getting caught up in that incident. Off of turn number 4, it is Chris Steele out front in car number 80. Garrett Papiet right there in position number 2 in the 47. Donovan Ross in the 5. Bobby Sweeney right there in the 81. That's your top 4 cars. We'll keep an eye on the transfer spot, as it is Ryan Curtis right now with that transfer spot as they run. And he has got company. Here comes the driver out of Mount Holly Springs, Pennsylvania. Dakota Kuhn in car number 95, trying to track down Ryan Curtis for that 8th and final transfer spot. And Larry Moody's in trouble. Here comes Curtis to the outside. Moody's trying to make the bottom work, but he slides the tires, spins them off of turn 4, and Dakota Kuhn was there. Moody's upside down. Kuhn just lost a ton of ground, and that's going to move Chad Cote into the transfer spot. They'll bring him across the line to put lap number 5, make it 6 now on the board. Halfway home, 6 in, 6 to go. The battle for the transfer spot now goes back to Chad Cote and the 84 of Ryan Beagle. Ryan Beagle trying to show every young racer watching here tonight. Oh, look out, contact into turn number 1. Connor Ross and Ryan Curtis are involved. And here comes the big dog on the outside. 3 wide for just a moment going into turn 3. Look at Beagle on the cushion. Curtis shuts the door, and Beagle will have to re-rack and try again. Chad Cote, the big winner out of that one. Cote goes all the way to 6th. Connor Ross right now running in 7th, and now Ryan Curtis is on the bubble. And they're 3 wide for the final transfer spot. Beagle just picked up 2 coming off of turn 4. Connor Ross slides back 2 spots, as now you've got Shane Pierce into the wall. He collects Ryan Curtis. They're both into the wall. Holy cow. So that puts Cote up to 5th. Beagle back to 6th. Connor Ross 7th, and Francis Major, who started on the pole, got into the wall on lap number 1, fell all the way back to 11th. He's now on the bubble and in the show. Out front, we forgot about Chris Steele. Checkered flag in the air. Chris Steele picks up the win, but that wasn't where the action was. Garrett Pepiot comes home 2, Donovan Ross 3, Bobby Sweeney 4. And the remainder of your qualifiers is Chad Cote, Ryan Beagle, Connor Ross, and Francis Major. Wow. How do you like that for a B main? That was good stuff right there. That'll bring us to our warm-up session, and it gives us an opportunity here to tell you about all the great folks that help make things happen here and keep the lights on here with the Rivalz Elite Pro Series and GeForce TV. And we want to start off by thanking our friends from the Rivalz Elite Pro Series for having us on board, as these drivers will have probably less than 5 minutes to get the job done here in the warm-up session. Everybody now out there with their feature setup, all the gallons of fuel they want to put in the car. And Chris Steele getting ready to come out onto the racetrack, guy that just picked up the win in the B main. And we want to thank the Rivalz Elite Pro Series, Adam Ross, Clinton Jeffrey, our race director, Cody Olson, and our technical manager, Spencer Mullen, for all of their support and having 39 Productions as a part of their show here on a weekly basis with the Rivalz Elite Pro Series. Also want to send a shout out to Rick Scott and the entire crew out at Strickland's GM. They are located in Brantford, Ontario, Canada. They have a great selection of Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac vehicles. If you're looking for a new GM here this spring or summer, maybe need something to tow that race car trailer with, stop up and see Rick Scott and our good friends at Strickland's GM in Brantford, Ontario, Canada. And just like that, the warm-up session comes to a close, and it appears that we are just about ready to go racing here with tonight's A main. 35 laps is the distance. The race format is this. The race will be 35 laps in distance. Yellow flag laps will count. In the event that the race cannot end under the green flag, we will make up to 3 attempts at a green-white checkered finish. And in those green-white checkered finishes, in the first 2 attempts, if we're not able to finish the race under the green flag at the checkered, we will then go on to the next attempt. But if on that 3rd attempt at a green-white checkered, we cannot finish under the green, the race will be official. 24 cars gridded up and ready to go here. Let's tell you how they're going to line up. Going away from the pole tonight in car number 97 out of Bixby, Oklahoma, the Radine Racing. Sponsored number 97 is Brendan Lacey, starting to his outside in the Team ABR CSI Shocks Pit Logic app. Number 22 carrying the Team ABR flag tonight, that's Jason Nygaard. Jack Clevenger comes to us out of Cedro Willie, Washington, starting alongside Ernie Williams out of Lima, Ohio. Troy Wagaman out of Hanover, Pennsylvania will start alongside Kevin Hanley in car number 110. Brandon Schultz out of St. Paul, Minnesota starts alongside Cody Hartlup out of Hanover, PA. Row number 5 to the inside will be Josh Steinke and Trevor Graveau to his outside. Kevin Loveys and David Flick will make up row number 6. Row number 7 will see Adam Buchanan and his dancing partner Jason Minat in row number 7. Row number 8 will be Stephen Goldner and Alan Downey. Chris Steele and Garrett Pepiot will make up row number 9. Row number 10 will be Donovan Ross and Bobby Sweeney out of Oswego, New York. Chad Cote, Ryan Beagle will make up row number 11. And your final row tonight will be the 35 of Connor Ross and the 2 of Francis Major. Race fans, one of my announcing mentors, good friend, and Land of Legends Raceway Wall of Famer, Gary Montgomery, would always start the A-main this way when we get ready to go green. Race fans, it's time to sit down and hold on to your seats, because these men, by the grace of God, iRacing and 800 horsepower, are ready to go to work. Championship night for the Rivalz Elite Pro Series is green. Oh, look at the sweet view of 360 dirt sprint cars racing into your living room, down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Lap 1 is on the board. Your leader is Brennan Lacey. So Brennan Lacey having a career night here so far with the Rivalz Elite Pro Series. And look at these guys, 3 and 4 wide off turn number 2. These guys have all sorts of room to work with here at the dirt track at Charlotte. And guys are trying to make moves early, trying to take advantage of the track while it's still got a little bit of moisture left in it. There's not much moisture to be had, but the getting is good right now, and now we've got a battle for the lead. Nygaard with a slider off turn 4, new race leader here on lap number 4. So Jason Nygaard takes the top spot. As we watch the action here off of turn number 4, he'll come down the line, and our first yellow flag of the night comes out on lap number 6. So yellow lights are on. Brad Oven's going to take a look here from the 3-9 Production Studios, see if he can find out what put us under this first yellow flag of the night. Racetrack getting pretty slick here. And I have a feeling that that may have been the cause, as guys going to have to start really working that throttle pedal. And let's take a peek here as we watch him go down into turn number 3. Working off of the 4th turn, and I think down here into 1 and 2 is where we're going to see it. There's a little contact. There's some more contact, and Chris Steele goes around. And you saw Chris Steele. You saw how easy that car came around. That's a product of the track being as slippery as it is here in the A main. So Chris Steele going to restart in position number 23. Field rolling down the back straightaway here, getting ready to come back to the green. Strickland GM Chevrolet Silverado pulls off of the racing surface. Jason Nygaard will have the field at his control off of turn number 4. Nygaard will bring the 22 back to the green flag. Green lights are back on. We're back underway. Lap number 8 goes on the board. 27 to go. And look at him fan out. Here comes Ernie Williams Jr. in the 91, and the yellow lights are back on almost immediately. Caution lights are back on. So the double file restart giving guys some trouble here. And oh man, one car got upside down in a big way on the back straightaway. I think that might have been Trevor Grabeau. We're going to see it here. Oh, he had some help. Got a little bit of help from behind there. And let's watch it again here. Going to ride on board. And you're going to see it from behind there. There's Grabeau going around. And boy, it clocked up the outside of turn 2 in a hurry. As Rivalz Elite Pro Series race director Cody Olson dropping the hammer on these guys here. Single file will be the restart next time by. Got to get some green flag laps on the board here. Should be coming back to green next time by. Steve Ovens here in the booth with you, calling the action tonight from the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway in Concord, North Carolina. Bringing you live coverage here on GeForce TV. Be sure to log on to youtube.com/GeForce TV and subscribe to our channel. And be sure to ring the bell while you're there so you get push notifications to your mobile device to let you know when we've got live racing action, the Race Chat Race Rivals show, as well as new on-demand content. Green flag is back out, and we're back underway as the flagman waving the holy hell out of that green flag that time by. Nygaard takes the top spot into turn number 3 as he's got it right up on the outside lane. I see a couple of guys trying to toy with that inside. Troy Wagaman's one of them. Wagaman down to the inside in car number 19, trying to get that pole off the corner. And he's doing a nice job. You're right on board with him. Here down to the bottom of 3 and 4, and look at and listen. Not so much looking, but listening to that throttle control with Wagman off of the corner that time as they are dicing it up for position number 5. Steinke takes over the spot away from Jack Clevenger. And now they've got Brandon Schultz, the 193, right there with them. That's a great battle for position. Kevin Hanley there with them as well, and Kevin Lovies. I'll tell you what, Dean Reynolds brought it up last night with the Renegades League. Kevin Lovey's been putting in some mileage. He raced the other night at the Eldora Speedway, packed up, loaded up, headed on out to Knoxville Raceway last night with the G-Force Racing League. Then they packed the bags, hit the road, and now they're at the dirt track at Charlotte here, covering all sorts of mileage here over the last 3 nights. Watching Ernie Williams here. Oh, look out. Got a little sideways in front of him. That's Brennan Lacey in the 97. And now Williams going to take advantage as he pulls the slider and the yellow lights come on just as he does. And I think Williams is going to have the spot there. We'll take a look and see what timing and scoring says here, as they do go to the last timing loop around the racetrack. We've definitely seen weirder things, but Williams with a power move going into turn number 3, pulling the slider. And we're gonna watch Cody Hartlove. Oh boy, got collected with another car here on the front straightaway. And that car got upside down big time. That was Jason Minat. So Minat kind of lost it. Hartlove nowhere to go. Hartlove, the Glenn Stiers Racing NRAM Dynamics, displaying his number 14 here tonight. And I would give Minat a 9.5. Couple of pirouettes, landed it on all fours. I mean, when you stick the landing, you can't give him less than a 9. So field working yellow here. Should get the 1-to-go signal this time by. So coming down to the line, they're going to put lap number 22 up on the Strickland GM lap board. 13 to go here in this 35-lapper championship night here for the Rivalz Elite Pro Series. Stick around after the race. We'll talk to your top 3 finishers in victory lane. And who's it going to be? That's the question. Jason Nygaard trying to carry the banner for Team Alex Bergeron Racing that's going to take home the overall series championship tonight. Ernie Williams Jr. running in the 2 spot, and boy, would he love to pick up a win here on championship night. Brennan Lacey currently holding on to the 3 spot, and he has been having a banner night tonight for Rudine Racing and Sim Racing Concepts. Nygaard continues to lead as they roll to turn number 1. That cushion on the outside of the racetrack is getting awfully rough. You can see, guys, as they go up to put that right rear Hoosier on the cushion, you can see Ernie Williams bouncing all over the place. And I'm telling you, folks, from experience, when you bounce that right rear tire off the cushion, it is so hard to control that car. I mean, it is like you are riding a bucking bronco trying to keep that thing in line. And right now, Ernie Williams Jr. is doing a great job. The unfortunate part for him is he's not gaining any ground on Jason Nygaard. Nygaard out to a 6/10 of a second lead. Coming down to the line to put lap number 27 on the board. 27 are in. 8 laps to go for Jason Nygaard. So Nygaard trying to bring home a win here on championship night to cap off, which was a dominant year for Team ABR here in the Rivalz Elite Pro Series. Over $10,000 in point fund money on the line here for this 20-race series. And Team ABR going to be taking home a good chunk of that. Brandon Schultz right here. We're going to watch Schultz off at turn number 4. Schultz running in position number 5. Started 7th here tonight and is hung right around that top 5. But now look at Troy Wagaman. We talked about Wagaman earlier, trying to use that inside lane to his advantage. Brennan Lacey pounded the concrete off turn 4 that time. He gets the wall again in turn number 1, and I think Lacey might have some damage on that car as he is struggling right now with the 97. Schultz gets by for a spot. Steinke gets by for the top 5. Back up front, Jason Nygaard leading Ernie Williams and Troy Wagaman. 3 laps to go this time for Jason Nygaard. Nygaard dominating here as he took the lead early within the first handful of laps here tonight. And he is trying to roll right away with this one. 2 laps to go that time by. Credit to Ernie Williams. He's not given up on it all night long. He has been taken to the whip, trying to catch Nygaard, but I think he's going to run out of time. White flag is out, presented by 3-9 Productions. And it is for Jason Nygaard down the back straightaway in the next gen fab, CSI Shocks. Pit Logic app number 22, off of turn number 4. Jason Nygaard wins the race, and Team ABR will win the championship. Nygaard wins over Ernie Williams Jr., Troy Wagaman Jr., Brandon Schultz, Josh Steinke, your top 5. We will step aside here. We'll hear some words from our great partners at GeForce TV. We'll go side by side, and when we come back, we'll hear from your top 3 finishers in Victory Lane. Stay tuned. You're watching live coverage of the Rivalz Elite Pro Series from the dirt track at Charlotte.
Introducing GeForce TV. GeForceTV.net is your new source for action overload. Featuring free live programming year-round and countless hours of on-demand video, GeForce TV will be your first stop whenever you want to see the latest and hottest racing action. See live Friday Night Excitement weekly from Washougal Speedway, and watch the stars of tomorrow make a name for themselves during Thursday night's live microsprint racing. GeForce TV is also the new home for Rivalz Race Chat. Watch weekly as Clinton Jeffrey and Adam Ross discuss all the hot topics in the world of motorsports. For iRacing fans, GeForce TV has you covered with hours of live broadcasting from Rivalz and GeForce TV racing leagues. GeForce TV promises to deliver motorsports, esports, and action sports you want to see, along with talk shows and vlogs to keep you connected to the lifestyle you love. Visit GeForceTV.net today to subscribe for free. Sit back, hold on, and feel the G's on GeForce TV.
Welcome back, race fans, to the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway, coming to you live from Concord, North Carolina, here live on GeForce TV with 3-9 Productions. My name is Steve Ovens. We're going to talk to your top 3 here in Victory Lane from championship night with the Rivalz Elite Pro Series, and we're going to start it off with third place finisher Troy Wagaman in the 19 machine. It's displayed on your screens as the 32 here tonight, but Troy, solid effort tonight, finishing third. At the end, you were one of the only guys testing out that bottom lane, and if you want to get by who's ahead of you, you got to go where they're not at the end.
Yeah, I was committed down there. Tighten her up. I wasn't planning on running top at all unless I had to, so it worked out. I was just hoping them guys got racing. Probably could have snuck by, but we'll take it third.
Was it lacking a little forward drive when the track got slick tonight?
I was pretty good actually. I was actually a tick tight down there, but them guys could just carry so much more momentum off the exit of the corners. And the straightaways didn't seem to get as bumpy this time, so they could really carry.
Oh, absolutely, man. This has been a long season, 20 race stretch here for the Rivalz Elite Pro Series. What's it mean to you to take home a podium finish here to cap it off for this season?
That was good, man. It was a lot of tough competition all year long. It was definitely not easy. Some nights didn't even make it out of the C main. So
I know that earlier this season, if I remember correctly, I believe it was Williams Grove. You picked up a win. So how do you look at the season overall?
it was a lot of ups and downs, and next year hopefully we get a lot more consistent and see where we end up.
All right, man. Hey, solid effort on the podium. Tell us about the folks that helped make it happen for you on the 19 machine.
I got a huge shout out to NRIM and Oshwegan for making it happen, and USRA and Flat Out Sim Series, and of course you guys for doing all this for us, broadcasting.
Great job this season, and we'll see you next year.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right, there's your third place finisher, Troy Wagaman, and now we'll bring in second place finisher tonight, Ernie Williams Jr. And Ernie, you and I have had way too many of these second place conversations this year. But on the same token, if you look at this 20 race season overall, you were by far one of our most consistent drivers at the end of the night.
Takes a lot of time, man. Appreciate it. I mean, there's a lot of good drivers out here, man. It takes a lot of effort to come out here every Tuesday night. And, we got guys back at the shop, back at Black Diamond, help me out a bunch of stuff. A lot of people that don't get seen. I'm sure it's the same thing with you guys. A lot of people on the back page putting in a lot of work too. But yeah, we had a consistent year. I missed a few weeks. I was out to Chili Bowl and the shootout and a few other simulator deals that me and my friend of mine does. But other than that, we had 3 drop weeks. I'll take it. I'll probably finish top 4 or 5, somewhere around there. I mean, you can't complain too much. I mean, we had Bergeron and Nygaard here. Once you come in here, you knew they would be tough to beat. And Nygaard won tonight. I think that I don't know how many times I win, but I was sitting there thinking, I was like, man, I think me and him's got like 1 or 2 wins apiece. I need to get this because I'm a good buddy with him, and so I like to aggravate him a little bit. Let him say, hey, at least I won 3 times and you only won twice.
Absolutely, man. What was it that you needed at the end tonight? Was it just a race to see who got to the front first tonight?
Yeah, kind of, especially with about the last half of the race. I mean, the cushion was just brutal, man. I mean, my hands were sweating, my back of my neck sweating. That was one of the tougher races I was going to. I mean, the track was wide open. I could have ran the bottom. I could have tested it, but I'm a high side guy. I figured maybe the only chance I had, if he bobbled a little bit, I could maybe get around him. But even the times he bobbled, I was pushing just as hard as he was, so he wouldn't get away. I was trying to get a slider line going, and I just thought, man, you know what? I'm happy with second place. I'm going to run right here because Wagaman he was right there for the 3/4 of the race. So I was kind of trying to make sure he stayed behind me. I know he's right there with the points with me. So I was worried about him more than I was to be winning, to be honest. I wanted to make sure I beat him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you talk about that outside being a little bit rough tonight. I mean, that's one of the things that, I know every week we get new people that watch our coverage here that, are not on the iRacing platform yet. But that is one of the things on the dirt side that is just so awesome when they put in, that cushion that builds and it gets rough. I mean, explain to the fans just what that experience is like. I mean, because to me, it doesn't seem like it gets any more real than that.
It's almost like, only way I can explain it to somebody who's never done it, it's like going over a set of rumble strips about 5 car lengths long, and they're about 8 inches to a foot tall. And you just, it's so hard. I mean, to get your car to run over them smooth. I mean, there's certain times if you run over them like 2 or 3 mile an hour faster than what you should, I mean, you're just in the car, whole car is shaking. I mean, you can barely see the track sometimes because the bumps throw you around so much. It's just a throttle control game up there. It's very, very precise. You know what I mean? Like I said, like you said, once it starts to build up, you got to know when the bumps are, because there's some portions of the corner you can run in real hard because it's smooth. It builds up a cushion that's not as bumpy. But then you get halfway into the corner, then there's a set of 3 or 4 bumps. So if you don't get off the gas, it'll just throw you off. So you almost got to be like, know exactly where they are, because they build up throughout the race, and they might be 3, then the next thing you know, they might be 1 a car length down that just builds up, just throws you off a little bit. So you got to be on your A game on the cushion. The bottom don't change. It's bump wise. It's just finding dirt. good, solid, clean dirt. But the cushion, it just builds up and builds up, and it just each time you go around, it's like there's a new bump. It seems like, man, because them last few laps, I felt like 1 and 2 was just that's all it was just speed bumps from entry to exit.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's a hell of an explanation. And I'll tell you, man, over the course of the season, you've been by far one of my favorite interviews of the night. You always explain things so well, and I think that's so important for our new fans that are watching, or even fans that are fans of dirt track racing, but maybe not familiar with the iRacing stuff, man. Thank you so much this season. Tell us once again about your sponsors before we get you out of here tonight.
Absolutely. First off, want to give thanks to the fans for coming out and watching, man. I know they come out and they watch for a couple hours a night, all them streams. Hopefully we had a good viewing. 3-9 Streaming, Turn 5 Media, GeForce TV, all you guys back there, Dirt Track Digest, everybody that puts this on, Rivalz Elite Series, and we appreciate 20 weeks, a long time. I think we started this back in October, man, and put, a lot of effort went into it, a lot of calculating, all kinds of stuff. And I wanted to say I appreciate all the fans and you guys for putting it on. Can't wait to go back and watch it. And big shout out to Tim Nichols with Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. He's the guy that helped me get in here. Him and Matt Henninger with Wicked Cushion Esports. Them guys that helped me get into some of them leagues. And, they're there for me anytime I need them. And it's nice having them people behind me. And Black Diamond Motorsports, the team back there, like I said, they give me them setups. They get me hooked up. And pretty much all I got to do is just make sure I don't hit the wall and stuff. And like I said, I can't wait to go back and watch it. And can't wait till next year, guys. Maybe we can get a few more wins.
All right, man. We'll look forward to it. Thanks again, and great job tonight.
Yep, thanks, man.
All right, there's Ernie Williams Jr. finishing in position number 2 tonight. And that's going to bring us up to our winner. Jason, man, when the boss man's not here, how much pressure does that put on you to carry the team flag and try to pull down a win like you did tonight?
A lot of pressure, but I can usually perform under the pressure, so you get used to it after a while.
I know that, these nights that you've come out here and either won or had a solid run, man, you can just see the excitement in the team when they post the finishes on your social media channels, and they're going to have a lot to be excited about here tonight. Tell us about your race. You got to the front early, and I said to Ernie here a minute ago, I felt like track position, whoever got to the front first tonight was going to be able to really control this race and really set the tempo.
Yeah, as slick as the track was by the time the feature started, it was track position, and I think it was Brendan Lacey he was leading, and I think he got in the wall, and that let me set up a slider to get around him for the lead, and made sure I just hit my marks and brought home the win.
Restarts were solid for you tonight. We did have a couple of yellow flags, but man, restarts. I mean, you had the whole package here tonight. Good handling car, a good handling car for the outside. How was the cushion for you as the race wore on? It looked like on Ernie's car, it looked like he was bouncing a little bit, but it looked like you were just rolling right over the top of it.
In any car here, the high side is very bumpy. So you have to you have to set it up just right to get through them so the car's stable enough to make it through corners.
All right, man. Let's see. Late in the race, we got a challenge there from Ernie got within a couple car lengths. Troy Wagaman was trying the bottom side, but you were able to hold both of them off here to pick up the big win. Tell us about all the folks that helped make it happen there for the 22 machine.
I gotta thank Alex and everybody up over at Team ABR, CSI Shock, Pit Logic, they're in their Pit Logic app, Next Gen Fab, Wicked Cushion, and Dirt Armada. You guys for the broadcast, Cody Olson doing a heck of a job as an admin, and everybody else that helped put this on.
Great job here tonight. What a way to close off the season, and we'll look forward to hopefully seeing you next year.
I will be back.
All right. Very good. The rest of the field take notice. Jason Nygaard making plans for 2021 here with the Rivalz Elite Pro Series, and that is going to do it here for our coverage here from the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Congratulations going out here tonight to Jason Nygaard, our feature winner here tonight of our 35 lap affair. And congratulations out to Alex Bergeron, nailing down the 2020 Rivalz Elite Pro Series Championship after a 20-race season in which the drivers got to drop 3 weeks for their point series. And Bergeron, with all of the wins that he stacked up this year, going to be crowned our 2020 champion of the Rivalz Elite Pro Series. Well, folks, it has been an absolutely awesome season here with the Rivalz Elite Pro Series. Some of the best racing, some of the best dirt iRacers that you're going to find in the country and in Canada. We've got it all here with the Rivalz Elite Pro Series. Be sure to visit us online, rivalsracingleague.com, for all the information about all the different series that we operate. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Green Flag will be at 9 o'clock for the Rivalz Blacktop Series. The playoff round of 12 will be competed for 50 laps at the Auto Club Speedway in California. They've got 2 more Wednesday nights left. We come on just before 9 o'clock with the green flag of the race. Be sure to check that out on G-Force TV on YouTube. And once again, thank you again to Adam Ross, Clinton Jeffrey, our race director, Cody Olson, our technical manager in the background, Spencer Mullen. And I want to give a huge shout out to our executive producer from 39 Productions, Brad Ovens. You talk about the crews and the drivers that put in a ton of time getting these race cars prepared and setups created and everything. Our setup guy is Brad Ovens behind the scenes that makes all these pictures look the way they do and makes everything sound so great. And he has put a ton of time in here this season to make it happen. On behalf of everybody here with the Rivalz Elite Pro Series, my name is Steve Ovens, the voice of the Rivalz Racing League, saying thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow night at the Auto Club Speedway for the Rivalz Blacktop Series. Thank you for tuning in, and good night.
Introducing GeForce TV. GeForceTV.net is your new source for action overload. Featuring free live programming year-round and countless hours of on-demand video, GeForce TV will be your first stop whenever you want to see the latest and hottest racing action. See live Friday Night Excitement weekly from Washougal Speedway, and watch the stars of tomorrow make a name for themselves during Thursday night's live microsprint racing. GeForce TV is also the new home for Rivalz Race Chat. Watch weekly as Clinton Jeffrey and Adam Ross discuss all the hot topics in the world of motorsports. For iRacing fans, GeForce TV has you covered with hours of live broadcasting from Rivalz and GeForce TV racing leagues. GeForce TV promises to deliver motorsports, esports, and action sports you want to see, along with talk shows and vlogs to keep you connected to the lifestyle you love. Visit GeForceTV.net today to subscribe for free. Sit back, hold on, and feel the G's on GeForce TV.